Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the oil cooler in the 6.0. So I actually started this video a couple days ago and I forgot to film an intro, but let's hop back a couple days ago and let's get started. Alright guys, so we got the truck started up. We're draining the coolant out, yes, responsibly into buckets, and we will properly dispose of it. But this thing did not want to start. And if y'all can see back there, but it is steaming at the exhaust pretty good. But we went ahead and started it to see if the water pump would kind of flush it, help flush it. We're not going to let it run for very long, obviously, but we're going to see if we can kind of expedite the process. And then here in a moment, we're going to do a flush on it. So anyway, just thought I would update y'all. We did get our new oil cooler in. We will unbox that in this video and take a look at it. And I also have that new EGR cooler that I had talked about for this truck. So I'm gonna let it run a little bit more, and well, we'll do our flush and hopefully get all this old coolant out of here. Alright guys, so I'm actually powder coating a cup for my little brother for his birthday. But we have here our new oil cooler. So we got gaskets and a new screen, and in here, I'm not going to completely unwrap it, but we have a new Mishimoto oil cooler for the 6.0. So I've actually hit these guys up a little while ago, and well, they are sponsoring the 6.0 build. We got a bit of a discount on this stuff, so I figured they have a good price on this stuff anyway. I looked at some reviews on the forums and whatnot, and they all seem to have pretty good reviews. So I went ahead and ordered this oil cooler kit. Now, if you need one, there you go. Now, I looked over this. It seems to be very good quality. My grandpa kind of said the same thing quality-wise. So we are going to get this oil cooler and the new EGR cooler that I have mentioned before installed onto the 6.0. I'm going to finish this up real quick, and we're actually going to pull the truck in. We flushed the coolant and stuff yesterday. We got all of the old coolant disposed of properly, and well, we did our flush. Like I said, we disposed of all that properly, and the truck's sitting right out here. So I'm going to pull it in here in just a moment. I need to do some other stuff before we start tearing it apart, and we will get started tearing apart the 6.0 yet again. Alright guys, so we actually have a package here from our buddy Matt over at Blessed Performance. Matt, I reached out to him, and he's actually sponsoring this 6.0 build as well. So Matt, if you're watching this video, thank you. I do appreciate it. But Matt sent us over an SCT X4 for the 6.0. So right now, actually what I need to do is I need to get this out, get it unboxed and everything, and we will actually take a look at it. I need to get a couple things off of the truck and send over to Matt, and he's going to get us some tunes wrote for the 6.0. Alright, so once you slide the little cover off, this is the tuner. Now these not Wi-Fi compatible. You do get some paperwork here with the tuner, and then the device itself, and underneath the device you have everything that you need in here. So I'm going to get all this stuff out of here, and we will take a look at everything that you do get with one of these tuners. Alright, so then in that little compartment under there, you do get an SCT little decal, your cord to hook your tuning device up to your computer, and your OBD2 plug-in. So I'm probably going to order a windshield mount for this, but they do not come with them. But I'll see if I can find one of those, get that ordered in the meantime. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of here, get the device over to the truck. I'll probably look through some of this stuff as well, make sure if there's anything certain I need to do. But we'll get it over to the truck, get some information, and send it over to Matt. And in a couple days, hopefully, we will get our tunes. All right, guys. So it is the next day, and we've already got started on the 6.0. Sorry I hadn't filmed very much of it. We're trying to expedite this process, and I know there's probably far more in-depth videos than this one's going to be. But we got the turbo out, charge pipes are off, intakes off, all this stuff. Took the batteries out to give us some more room. And let me cut this light off real quick, and I'll show y'all where we're at so far. All right, so this is where we're at. One thing we did do, I will mention, is we took the intermediate shroud off of here. I got that out of our way. We loosened the fan shroud. That way we can move it slightly to get it away from our intake. Because we're going to have to take the intake off. The EGR cooler is coming out because it's getting replaced. And the oil cooler. So we got this oil filter out. We're going to take this housing off. And after we get the wiring harness all unplugged through here, we'll get it flipped over up here out of the way, and we should be able to go ahead and start getting our intake off of here. We'll probably take this housing off with the intake still on. I think it might be a little easier that way, but anyway, like I said, we're gonna have to pull the intake. The turbo pedestal has to come off, the EGR cooler is coming off, and the oil cooler. So we have our new oil cooler, we have a new EGR cooler for this truck, an upgraded cooler. So we're gonna get it thrown in here. I don't know how much further we're gonna be able to go today. I don't quite know what time it is, but today's my mom's birthday, so we're gonna have to get all cleaned up, and we're gonna go eat and hang out with them for a bit. But we're going to see how far we can make it here. Today, we're making pretty good progress. We've only been at it about 2 hours or so, I think. But anyway, I'm going to keep at it and see what all we can get out of here. Alright guys, so we are here at Napa. We got the truck all tore apart. I don't know if I showed that. We still have to pull the oil cooler out and get it swapped. But like I said, today is actually my mom's birthday, so we're gonna go eat with them, hang out with them for a little bit. So we went ahead and we're gonna run in here, grab some coolant, and we'll have to run to Walmart sometime and get oil. Have to run somewhere else and get oil filters because they don't carry Motorcraft filters here for some reason. But anyway, I'm gonna run in here, grab some coolant, and here in a bit we'll grab some oil and some filters and whatnot, and well, I guess I will catch y'all back at the house. All right guys, so we just got back, and my grandpa actually has to go do some stuff tomorrow, so he said he's going to wake up probably well before I do, because generally I don't go to sleep until about 3. But he said he's going to get started on this thing, so I thought I'd go ahead and show y'all what all we got. So we have everything off here. We have well, y'all can see it, thing is torn smooth down. I have our new EGR cooler out here. I'm gonna go grab it real quick because the lighting out there is pretty bad. All right, so we have our new EGR cooler here. The old one is actually still out here. So for anybody that says, oh, y'all are probably just deleting it, the old one is right out there, so I don't want to hear it. But yes, we're putting EGR back in it. There's the old one right there. So this is the old nasty oily one out of the truck, and we have our new one over here. Under there, sorry if the lighting's bad, we tried to get it behind this row of lights. As you can see, we're actually hitting the door. But we got parts in the bed, the intermediate shroud, alternator, the gas bottle, and hose. And well, again, intake off, oil filter. We did get a new oil filter. We got oil and coolant. Tomorrow we're gonna go pick up some what is that stuff called? Distilled water, and we'll get this mess all put back together. But first, I actually want to unbox our new oil cooler, and I will show you all that real quick. Alright, so here we have our new Mishimoto oil cooler. This thing, I will say, I've never seen an oil cooler, another one, but that one seems to be very nice quality. And we have all of our seals and O-rings there. But that cooler does seem to be very, very nice quality. Again, I have no prior knowledge. That one is obviously still in the truck, but my grandpa, I asked him to kind of keep an eye on this and let me know what he thought of quality, and because he's done several of these, so he's gonna let us know about that in the morning. But like I said, we have this. We have our new EGR cooler over there. In this box here, we have some more goodies for the 6.0. Also, while we're on the topic of that box, big thank you to Mishimoto, because again, they did sponsor the 6.0 build, and I got a bit of a discount on this oil cooler, but I've always heard good things about them, so I was probably going to order one anyway, to be completely honest. They have what seems to be a very nice kit. That was one thing I noticed online. It seemed to be a pretty well put together kit. Pretty good price, I thought. So I figured I would hit them up to see, but if not, I was probably going to order it anyway. But like I said, it does seem to be very nice quality. The same thing with the, and this thing creaking, by the way. But same thing here with all the gaskets, or seals, and there's a couple O-rings and whatnot in here. But this all seems to be very, very nice. Now again, this is not going to be like a whole video, like a whole install video, because again, I'm trying to expedite this process, and there are probably much better videos on YouTube than I can explain, because this is all new to me. So that box there. Now, while we're talking about this, we do have another sponsor for the 6.0. That video will be coming up as soon as I get an email from Matt. Now, if you're familiar, you probably know Matt. But we have all the 6.0 sponsors linked down in the description. If y'all want to check those out, support the people that support the channel. But anyway, I guess that's enough of that. Again, I got everything sent over to Matt, and he's supposed to send me an email with the stuff we need for that. But anyway, thank you, Matt, if you're watching this video. Big shout out to Mishimoto again, and everybody else on the 6.0 build. Again, check out the companies down below in the description of the video. I have them all listed there, and I have some affiliate links down there, some discount codes and that sort of thing. So if y'all want to check those out, I do appreciate it. But anyway, I'm going to get this wrapped back up, that way it doesn't get dusty and dirty and everything overnight. I don't know if y'all can hear the bugs, but they're going crazy out there. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to get this all packaged back up, and I will catch y'all in the morning. Alright, guys, so it is now the next day, as you can see. And my grandpa, I didn't know he was going to do this. He's been working this morning on getting everything nice and clean. Got the old oil cooler here. We'll get that boxed up and do something with it. But look how clean the intake is. That intake hadn't been that clean in a long time. And we're hoping that all this does away with our oil leak that we've had on the truck ever since we've had the thing. So let's run in here and we'll take a look at what all he's got so far. All right, so we got the oil cooler out, or he did. Got most of this in here all cleaned up. Already got the new Mishimoto screen in and working on putting the oil cooler together. A lot of the parts that, well, kind of everything that come out of the truck, we've got all cleaned up. Cleaned them up with diesel and then went through with some brake clean and got them pretty well cleaned. At least they're not super oily like they were. So anyway, like I said, working on getting the oil cooler together, and we'll start reassembly. Alright guys, so it is the next day. So we had some issues yesterday. The EGR cooler, see it down in there, we apparently the guy that I got that cooler from had stripped it out or something other at one point, because it had a helicoil in it. We didn't know that. Went to put the bolt in and ended up stripping one of the bolts. We got it cleaned up and it's working fine, but went to retap it, tap broke, so had to get that out, and it was a whole deal. But we got it in there. It's bolted in good, nice and stout. We got the oil cooler in and all that. Got the intake back on. My grandpa actually got the intake back on, and I got the turbo in. Now we have the downpipe. I don't know if you can see it. Got it hooked up and working on. That's what I'm working on right now. Is getting the up pipe all lined back up and everything, and then we will get that clamp on, get it tight, and then afterwards gonna go ahead, throw our oil filter housing on, and well, go ahead, hook up all of our sensors, and we will go from there. But just thought I would give y'all a little quick update here, and hopefully we will have this thing done today. Alright, so a few things have happened since we last filmed. We got the up pipe clamped in there. The thickum is just sitting there for right now. I need to get it plugged in, but we got the filter housing on. All the fuel lines are on, they're all tight, everything's plugged in. Feed line on the turbo, it's good. Everything should be good this far. I got the alternator back on as well. Now, one thing with these alternators, I need to get the nut on the back tight for the power, but these have a tensioner down here, and these are supposed to have a tang on them where you can pull tension on your hose or on your belt and flip that tang up. Well, this truck doesn't have that. So what I ended up trying to do, or what I did to get the belt off and back on, since it's kind of a pain to get in here to that 1/2 inch drive section. So what I did was grab the belt with both hands, pulled up on it, and got it off of the pulley. Y'all probably aren't going to believe me in that, but that's really what I did. My grandpa, he said, "Oh, you can't do that," and meanwhile, when he was saying that, I did it. But that's that. So what we found was, with this in our 1/2 inch drive that we were trying to use, you could get it around here, take tension off of it, but you know, these spring back a good bit, and with that, with what we were using, it would have landed on the battery tray and we wouldn't have been able to completely get it back out. So that's what we did. It's probably not the most ideal thing. Probably wouldn't work for everybody, but it worked. Everything is back on where it needs to be, and well, there we go. So next thing we need to do, we need to get this heater hose back on. We need to get that tightened up on the back of the alternator here, get the fuel filter in, put oil in it, get the fickum on, and then after that, let's see, we need both fan shroud back up, put the grill back on, and the little intermediate shroud. So we shouldn't be too far away from getting this thing started. I got oil, Motorcraft oil here. I got coolant, so that should be everything. We got to run up here to the store and grab a hose. Let me show you real quick. We need to grab a hose that goes for the crankcase breather. So we're gonna run and grab one of them real quick, come back, and hopefully get this thing all buttoned back up. Alright guys, so we got the truck all back together. Don't worry about this, that'll be another video. But we got the truck all back together. It's got oil in it. What we've been doing is priming the system. You can come over here and take this wire right here, plug it onto here, or since I have these batteries with top post, you can do the same thing there, and spin the engine over to prime it. So we got it primed. Here in just a moment, we're going to go for the first attempt at startup. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this works. It actually started. Wow. It's probably gonna spit and sputter a bit, but it actually freaking started. So it makes me very, very happy. Alright guys, so we got this thing all back together. I'm gonna take it for a quick little run up the road, bring it back, we'll check everything, see if we got any leaks and whatnot, and shut it off and see if we have any more coolant seeping. So got the temp up a little bit and it's smoking right now, but hopefully it will clear up a bit. It's clearing up right now actually, so I'm gonna run it and we're gonna see what it does. All right guys, so we made it back, as you can see. There's no tow truck behind us. You can also see we put 8 miles on this thing, and it's pretty good. I will be honest, it almost feels like it has a little more power. My grandpa said the exact same thing, and that could be because that is an upgraded cooler. So I don't know if I said that. It is an upgraded cooler. He didn't know a brand or anything like that. He was told it was upgraded when he got it, or when he got the truck, and then he said he wanted to do a shorty race truck, so he took it off, did the upgraded intake, did the upgraded Y pipe and all that kind of stuff, and I think he said he intended to do compounds at some point. So seemed like a pretty cool guy, but anyway, I'm gonna let it sit a second, and we're gonna fire this thing back up for y'all, just because. So let's give her a shot. Fires right up. It is warm, so fires up pretty good. No check engine lights, no nothing weird. We did look it over a minute ago. I put probably 3 miles on it, drove it back, and we checked everything, and then I took my grandpa out for a ride and see what he thought about it. And I think we're good. Which, oh, it's been a long weekend. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for today. So, guys, with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or possibly found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.